For the Remember When project, we're going to go through a few different steps. Idea generation, brainstorming, and then planning our composition and exploring our medium, and then actually making the artwork. So starting first with our idea generation. And this is where we're dealing with our memories. So I'm going to come up with a list of 5 different memories. I talked about finding the arrowhead, or what I thought was, and I actually have that, so that is this. Another one, this is what I found on my elementary 3rd grade playground when I lived in Alabama. Arrowhead, the actual arrowhead. And this was one I lived at the house that that I grew up in Frederick, on a farm. I also have this vivid memory of my dad's blue Toyota pickup truck, and one day getting a flat tire out on the farm, and we decided to walk back to the house while he fixed it, and he ended up beating us back to the house. Another memory I have, when my brother was born, there was a small fire beside the house. And my aunt went to put it out with the hose, but it wouldn't reach, so she called the fire department, and then because it was on a farm, like 3 or 4 fire trucks showed up. There was another memory. Oh, thinking about, I shared this story of, this was my son's little ambulance station wagon, and when it landed in the water and my father-in-law dove in to get it, and so these could be memories, from last year or from 10 years ago. And so once you have 5, picking one that you think you want to explore a little bit deeper. And so, I think this one is really formative for me. This little fragment connects to a lot of the other art that I make about that family home and growing up there. And, I might even be able to bring in these other memories because they're from that same place. So that might be something that I want to explore. Next part of this is to choosing that specific memory and answering some questions about that. So, what was I doing? So I was walking around the farm, following archaeologists. I was, like kind of archaeologists with my family maybe. It was at the family farm in Frederick that was called Deerbot. It's now a housing development called Deerbot. I had this, it was this feeling of this emotion of adventure, of discovery, of curiosity. What other senses or what other actions, digging, looking, my childhood was spent looking down at the ground. So much of the second part of part 1 is collecting. Idea generation, so this was us remembering. And then this is idea generation, collecting. So I have the actual arrowhead. So that's going to be one object. I might, think about So this is another object connected to that, memory of childhood. Um, I might think about collecting some dirt. Um, just this idea of digging um, a little shovel or trowel, other rocks, grass, um, you know, family photos. Um, might think about, um, that house. So might be a map. I have pieces of, and I've talked about the artwork I've made connected to the wallpaper in my bedroom as a kid. So fragments of that. Um, other things that connect to that sort of curiosity and adventure as a kid. So, like fossils. I have like little books about rocks and minerals. Um, um, let's see what other things. I had a coin collection or like baseball cards. So this idea of like collecting things could be part of this.